next up for us is Sunday, November 13th. Then we go to Munich, Allianz Arena in Munich. It's nice weather there on Sunday. A little chilly, but nice weather, sunny. Not much wind for the Seahawks at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I find these two teams extremely enjoyable to cap. I'm enjoying it very, very, very much. I'm enjoying watching Seattle step up, and I'm enjoying watching Tampa struggle, but still deliver in crunch time with Brady. Yeah. Tampa opening up at -1. They're now -2.5. It's interesting, a 1.5 move over to the Buccaneers at Pinnacle. From a totals perspective, it opened up at 44 as a pretty much a pick 'em. It's now juiced to the over, -111. Let's see if the cash flow correlates with that. We have 5,964 tickets in, 40% of the tickets and 85% of the cash on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's interesting. We've seen a lot of sharp money on the Buccaneers throughout the year, and it hasn't gone well for them. 61% of the tickets, 82% of the cash on the under, yet it's moving towards the over. The Seahawks coming off yet another impressive victory and move atop the NFC West. They went into Arizona, defeated them 31-21 for their fourth straight win. Geno Smith continued his excellent season, 26 of 34 for 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He also ran 6 times for 38 yards. The big pivotal moment really was the pick six. The way he bounced back from that pick six, that's a leader. And that's what Geno Smith's doing out there. Everybody on that field, on that team, believes in Geno Smith. He had drives of 75, 81, and 85 after that stretch. I was so interested to see what would happen after that pick six. Noah Fant caught 5 passes for 96 yards. Tyler Lockett caught 5 passes for 67 yards, 1 touchdown. He took some huge hits. That guy is tough as nails. That guy is everything that you would want in a receiver. I just love him. Kenneth Walker out of Michigan State. What an absolute beast he's been. Averaging more than 100 yards on the ground the past 5 games. Ran 26 times for 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, caught 3 passes for 20 yards. There's something that happens. All of us have played team sports, and there's something that happens when a team just starts winning. It gets into your blood.
It's contagious. Like it just catches, and like the confidence, winning breed confidence, and then confidence breeds winning. It's stupid. Like momentum, in-game momentum is such a dumb thing that announcers say, but like long-term momentum is something. Like once a team believes in themselves, sometimes things just turn around. And Christ Almighty, I guess like the Geno Smith thing being the least, like less surprising than this defense being good. I think like Geno Smith coming around, I guess. With Josh Allen taking the step he did a couple years back, I guess I'll believe in any quarterback nowadays can find the right coaching, the right opportunity, and turn it around and find good quarterback play. But the fact that this defense from last year to this year has taken the step forward, this defense was giving up just basically they did not give up any big plays last year. That's just not what they did. They gave up, but teams pick them apart, and their drive success and their points per drive, their points per play was just obscene. Like this defense gave it up underneath, up and down the field. They just tried to mask the fact that they were so bad by not giving up the deep ball. And I'm so surprised how this defense has played this year. Obviously, they got a good rookie here, and I really maybe I'm sold on this offensive coordinator up here too. They've done some things, and I know it's been a team that's been really, really, really insistent on running the ball, even when they don't have good running backs. And now I guess I don't care if that's this team because they do have a good running back. Kenneth Walker III he's very good. Immediately he's been an impact once he finally found his way into the lineup there. So this is a good team. And I did it last week. I did it too late. I wish I'd have got a bigger number. I only got plus 115. I'm doing it again. I don't take under 3 points for the most part. And it's plus 130 right now, I think is one of the better numbers you can find. Maybe if I hunt around, I can find something slightly better than that. I'm going to check out Lovig, but this isn't something I played yet because on the Sunday opener show at Drew, we don't really have money lines up for the most part. I know some legal books do that, but me in the offshore world, that's not something that's up right away. I said, well, I'm going to bet this money line once it comes up. And plus 130 at Chris right now.
Yeah,
that's a bet.
You got it locked in. Andy is got his first official pick on the board here.
So,
Seahawks.
and
plus
James
130.
brings up the travel here too. So, the funniest thing about this is the fact that Munich is north. It's a northern town, and the way that the Earth curves and all that, the Great Circle route that you can take from Seattle, not that much further than flying from Tampa. It's wild that it's not some crazy travel spot for them as well. So it's kind of equally shitty travel spots for both teams. Seattle got to stay, on the West Coast. They just had to pop down to Phoenix. I don't think there's going to be a big travel advantage for either team here. And yeah, just give me them right away. And Papa Calls is pointing out, yeah, they left right away.
But
I
I
love
have
this
that
when I
not.
love this when a team just goes there. Just go there,
But
get
that's
acclimated to the time change because it's like, well, and that's the thing too. It's from the East Coast to the West Coast. It still is a decent size difference for time change. It's like a 10-hour time difference. So I'm glad they're gonna take like almost a full week to get ready for this time change.
so I don't have that here. I need somebody to confirm that because I have here that they were practicing Tuesday and Wednesday before departing for Germany. Um, so let me just, if anyone can pull that up right now.
Yeah, I thought they left like Monday morning. I don't know. I'm
No,
still
here it is
checking.
again. They're leaving Wednesday. This is another article saying they're leaving
Yeah.
Wednesday. I want that. I just want everybody to be on the exact same page here. They are. I have them. So I guess they're going to practice in the morning Wednesday before leaving. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But here, this is a second article saying that Seahawks will leave Wednesday to head to Munich. So, uh, yeah. So that's just be.
Hopefully, yeah. The earlier the better. I've seen some teams go on like Friday to London. Never turns out the best. And then yeah, Birdie's saying Seattle hasn't really beaten anyone good yet. No, but is Tampa Bay good at this point with the injuries they've suffered and the miscommunication they've had on offense? I'm not sure Tampa Bay is a better team than them on a neutral right now. So, and yeah, Munich, Bavaria is southern Germany. It is still, Europe is northern hemisphere-ish.
Well, I would like to dive in a little deeper, and I want to touch on the Bucs side of things here. So the Seahawks were 10 of 15 on third down against Arizona. So what we know about this offense is it's clicking. It's rolling right now. The defense swarmed Kyler Murray. They sacked him 5 times. Seattle's got 16 forced fumbles. That leads the NFL. Their run defense is the 27th worst in the NFL. It doesn't matter against the Bucs, right? Because the Bucs can't run the ball. Marquise Goodwin with a groin injury. What up, Gerald Jones? Daryl Taylor with a groin injury, and safety Joey Blunt among the inactives. And Pete Carroll says all 3 will be at practice today, and he thinks that they can all come back. Linebacker Colin Gillespie, he's done. He underwent knee surgery. He was helped off the field last game. He's done. Rez Mobb in the house. What up, Rez? So the Bucs, I just want to touch on the Bucs a little bit so I can kind of just feel like I'm Bucs coming off a 16-13 win at home over the Rams to snap their 3-game losing streak. Brady was 36 of 58 for 280 yards and 1 touchdown. I'm sure you watched the drive. 44 seconds left, 5 of 6. He averaged 4.8 yards per attempt in that game. I mean, it was just the most vanilla offense, all short passes. And then something happened on that last drive. And you could say that something that happened was prevent defense. And that's totally valid. But do you think there's a chance that the Bucs can get momentum from that drive and start believing in themselves again? Kate Otten with the game-winning touchdown. That's the first touchdown by a tight end this season for the Bucs. What do you think of that drive, and how will it change what's gone on in Tampa?
Yeah, and that was a game too I stayed away from just because it said both offenses stink. Whichever one stinks the least is going to win the game. And really, I want to put that loss more on the shoulders of what the Rams did late in that game than anything Tampa did. You gave Tom Brady like 100 chances at the end zone between those 2 last drives. The fact that you lost the game wasn't super surprising. Like, those are 2 teams where the offenses have taken massive steps back from the highs of the last couple of years. So I still, you still have to give them credit. They played pretty well on defense again against an offense that hasn't really been able to do anything that's not Cooper Kupp. And, it just continues where Tampa Bay can't run the ball. They're not really in sync. And, you put the ball in Tom's hand late, though. You give him 2 shots at that game-winning drive. Things aren't usually going to go your way there. So hopefully it's a little better. And somebody's pointing out, Akeem Hicks, we'll see if he's 100%. But, down the road, if you get Hicks and Vea going, it's probably a good run defense. I think Walker will still be all right. It's a good run scheme. We'll see, though.
And there's so the weak spot of the Seahawks run defense can't be exploited by the Bucs running game. They ran 20 times for 51 yards. Fournette ran 9 times for 19 yards. He did catch 5 passes for 41 yards. This defense will get stronger and stronger as they get healthier. We saw what they looked like. Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy bunting back. We saw what they looked like with Akeem Hicks back, and that can continue. I don't know about Antoine Winfield, but obviously in concussion protocol, if he came back, that would help this team a lot. The Rams were held to just 206 total yards, but the Rams, as you said, they have a terrible, terrible offense. So we have a look on the Seahawks money line from Andy, and with this total, Andy, this total that is now sitting, hasn't really moved, a little bit to the over. If you were given a free $500 bet on the total at 44, what would you do?
It's just such a weird spot this game is at this is the only thing that really worries me about the Seahawks game. This is at 6:30 a.m. their time for West Coasters. It starts so crazy early. I worry that if this offense doesn't get going right out of the gate, they're not going to hit this total because Tampa's offense has been real rough. They're going to have to do it through the air. So I probably would lean towards a KG under here where it's a close game late. Both teams right around 20 points.
Yeah. I have some interest in the under. It's not something that I'm going to bet tonight. I really want to see what the market does. Okay, we have Andy locked in. First official pick is on the board. It is the Seahawks at plus 130.